Morning, people. Let's start analyzing the markets. Look, during the weekend, we had some very bearish days, bearish candles. Actually, that was actually pretty insane. What we're gonna do today is, as usual, we're gonna read the markets and see what's up. Take a look at what happened during the last couple days. But since we all care, take a look at what happened on Friday, which actually is really good. So what we need to do is pretty much focused on our markets, our trades. You guys have any questions? You guys should ask them now, because I'm gonna put the setups and then disconnect, so it would be good. We have the highest point of the day. We have this low point. We have the lowest point of the day as well. And I also see this little middle point right there. This is US 30, by the way. I do see a trend line right here. I'm not sure how trusted it is, but it's always good to keep it as a reference. All right, so this is 5-minute candlesticks. New candlestick is actually starting to be formed. Honestly, the biggest movement, I believe that it could be towards the downside again. We got two options right now. We got this one, which would be the risky, the safest, I'm sorry, like waiting for this dropout, and we have this one, which is the risky. The only problem that I see with this one is that if it breaks before market opens, I wouldn't enter. If before 7:30 it actually breaks this support level, I wouldn't enter. All right, especially because it's not that strong. So I would go all the way here in order to be on the safe side, 5-1. And if it breaks on the upside, which I honestly doubt, I would enter up until like this area. I would have a bigger stop loss, and I would be moving my stop loss one risk reward at a time. All right, I honestly think that buying right now could be really dangerous. In fact, you can actually like increase your stop loss over here on this one, and then obviously extending your take profit. We're talking about what, 2,000 pips in stop loss, 2,000 points in stop loss. So what can I say, like 200 points, 200 pips. All right, but in the end, it's just to be safer. All right, so this is US 30. Let me just delete this one right here and this one, so it doesn't mess up with our screenshot right there. Hold on, let me just go ahead and get it from here. All right, so let me just send it. This is US 30, and let's take a look at NASDAQ. Pretty similar on NASDAQ. I just saw a trend line that was broken before. This one right here has been broken, but I don't know if I'm wrong with this. No, I'm not. There's another trend line right here that it's even stronger than the previous one. That's always something good. It has been broken a couple times, yep, but it is a good trend line. All right, so we get the highest. We're gonna get the middle one right here, catching all the wicks. We got this level right here, not as strong as the previous ones, and look at the lowest part, one right here with the wick. All right, this one looks a lot clearer. Maybe on US 30 there was also a breakout, a trend line. Probably I didn't see it. All right, but this is what we're gonna do. Well, this is what I'm going to do. This is gonna be my stop loss, slightly higher than usual again, and my take profit is as usual gonna be 5-1. You can lower your stop loss, you know, like somewhere there, but your take profit would be somewhere here if you want to go 5-1, right? And the buy options, which I'm gonna draw, but like I said, right now you can even see like there is some sort of bullish market on 5-minute candlesticks, but it's just like some sort of recovery to what happened during the weekend. If we actually go into the 30-minute candlesticks, and you're gonna see that everything is a downtrend. So basically what's happening is that the price is doing this, and then apparently, obviously, we never know, but it's continuing its downtrend. All right, so I'm just gonna send the screenshot of here. I gotta delete this so it doesn't mess up with our data, and there you go. That's it. That's what we're gonna be looking at. We'll come back in a little bit to see what the results were. Market's gonna be open in 8 minutes. Wish you all the best. All right, let's see what happened over here in the trades. Look, I'm gonna start with US 30 in 5 minutes, and this is exactly what happened right now. So we got a 1-to-1 right here, almost 2-to-1, but in this support level, it actually started to go up. I always tell you to move your stop loss to the break even when it actually reaches the 1-to-1, and then when it reaches the 2-to-1, then move your stop loss to the 1-to-1, and so on. You know what I mean, right? Like trailing stop. But so it ended up breaking even. But take a look at what happened then with the buy position. And I always mention this on, well, I don't think I do mention it in some streamings, but basically whenever you see that the stochastic is in a position for a buy, then most of the times it actually means that's going to be the strong movement on NASDAQ or US 30, at least in my near markets open. And so that's the reason why I entered, but I was very conservative in this part. But when I saw the jump, I was like, okay, this is going to be the big movement of the day. And this is what ended up happening. As a matter of fact, this is the $500 account that I started like a month and a half ago, and take a look at the buy positions that I was able to take. I obviously scalped a lot during this specific time. There were no news. I don't even know what the big movement is, but we ended up having a 5-to-1 on US 30, and this is exactly what happened on NASDAQ. It actually broke the level that I mentioned that I was going to broke, not this one but the previous one, and it reached a 2-to-1, almost 3-to-1, but a 2-to-1. So this is a 1-to-1 on risk reward ratio, which gives us a total of 6 on risk reward ratio so far. Now this one right here is tricky because look, it actually activated and then it closed down. But I always mention that's a -1, so we are back at 5-to-1 on risk reward. But I always tell you to keep an eye on the next breakout, and the next breakout went boom straight to the take profit, another 5-to-1. So that's a total of 10-0 or 10-to-1 on risk reward ratio that we were able to have today. I was able to make like $950 something over here in this trading account, considering that this was a $12,000 account or $11,900 account. We're talking about almost 10% balance increase in one single day, risking 0.5% of your balance. Like I said, this is a 10-to-1. I was risking 1%, so I was able to make 10% in balance increase. This is what we did today, and this is what I do every single day. 7:30 near 9:30 near standard time, Eastern Standard Time, when the market opens on US 30. You guys can copy my trades, join me 100% live. Go to blwsignalsgroup.com and you'll be able to join. So hopefully you have a nice session. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.